GA Sports coverage of the NFL has us roughly midway between Boston and Providence. Everybody knows it as Gillette Stadium in Foxborough. Happy to be on hand. I'm Brandon Gaudin with Charles Davis. And before we kick, partner, your keys to the game, please.
Well, my keys are on the defensive side of the ball for both teams. And the big one, making sure you avoid giving up the big play. These safeties are going to get tested all game long. Their job, keep the ball in front of them, tackle people, make them run extra plays in order to try and score.
The Jets kick team out now to boot this one away. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds, so really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line.
Ready? Warrior 70.
Jefferson moving in motion left.
Ready?
Now Cunningham. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down.
It's zone defense right away here defensively, and I know that these linebackers and DBs are going to be tested throughout. They passed the first test, though. This one falls incomplete.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Here we go. Shot. Buffalo 18.
Jefferson moving in motion left.
Ready?
Out of the gun here. It's Cunningham. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. 18 big yards on that one, and a New England first down.
Lions. Ready?
This quick pass complete to Sutton. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down. That early game script that they drew up is working pretty well here on this first drive. Already in field goal range, Charles knocking on the door of the red zone.
You know, Brandon, when we met with the coaching staff, they kind of predicted that they would come out firing like this. I think you and I were a little skeptical it would be this easy, but they certainly knew what they were doing in scouting, in preparation, and understanding what their team was capable of.
Cunningham to throw. A pass for Sutton is intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Demario Davis. And the Jets are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. Offensively, a far from ideal start there with a pick on the opening drive.
Yeah, not exactly what they were looking for. We know that. That's pretty obvious. The beauty, though, is it's happening early. If they don't panic, they don't compound this problem, they've got a long way to go and a chance to get back in it.
Here we go. Good. 575. 11. Go.
The inaugural carry for Darren McFadden. He had to fight that time. Ran through one tackle. Ultimately, he's only going to get back to the line of scrimmage. Defensively, though, they had a chance there to hit him for a loss. Couldn't get it done.
Looked like someone was able to knife into the backfield, but he wasn't able to get him down. But his compatriots, they were able to grab him at the line of scrimmage and not let him get any further downfield.
This to McLaurin out on the left side. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be third and less than a yard. They'll run it. Here's McFadden. And he'll have a Jets first down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line. Well, after an interception, last thing you want to do is go 3 and out, give the ball right back. They avoided that.
Yeah, you definitely do not want to do that. I remember in college I played with a really big-time player on defense. We ended up getting an interception as we passed the offense coming out. He told him, if you don't take care of this football, you have to answer to me later. You definitely want to take care of it, pick up first downs.
The Pats are going to get there. Down he goes. Ernest Jones. He brought the pressure on the blitz, and he gets there for a loss of 12. Back to throw. Fields. Flushed out right. That's into the hands of Edwards. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A nice pickup there, 19 yards. And they're set up better for third. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
From the gun on third down, Fields can't get away, and he's taken down. Manti-Te'o marches in to sack him. Oh, a big decision here early. Look at this. They're going to go for it on their own side of the field. They snap it to Fields. That's caught at the 25. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Darren McFadden, 59 yards. And the Jets use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. That certainly went against the traditional ways of playing football, but who cares? Look at the result. Big touchdown.
They went for it on their own side of the 50. So there's conservative, there's aggressive, and there's really aggressive, which is what we just saw there. Tip of the cap to them.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. Not an ideal way to end their previous drive. They threw the interception, Charles, after they had built up some momentum. They were moving the football, but something to at least build on for this offense as they run back out here.
Yeah, you're right about that. Up until that last play, everything was working pretty well for this offense, gaining chunks of yardage, getting first downs, really making a push for the end zone, and looked like they had a nice rhythm going. Now you got to have a short memory here. Don't focus on the interception. Focus on what came before it and get back to it.
19 yards there on the catch and run.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done.
19 Lions. Go.
Here's Cunningham. A short throw to Ingram, and he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. 6-0 our score after one. So here's a 3rd and 14.
70 Ranger, 70 Ranger. Let's go now.
Cunningham. And on the catch, it's Andre Johnson.
Let's go, let's
Well,
go.
this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short.
Viking, 18. 18 Rattler, 18 Rattler.
On 4th down, Cunningham able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. They're able to keep the drive alive, 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one.
1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Cunningham looking to throw. Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. And he's going to be touched down, but he's got the 1st down.
When you're a player of his stature, you don't just circle the games on your team's calendar. You
Circle the Pro Bowl?
Without a doubt. That's a game that you just figure you're going to be in each and every year. That's because of catches like that. That's why he goes.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
Ready.
Now Cunningham. And he's wrapped up. Taken down. Back at the 25. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Looking to throw. Cunningham. Got a man open. It's Sutton. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
Panther 60, Panther 60. 19 tight, 19 tight. Check smash, check smash. 70 Timberwolf. Cup 19, Cup 19.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
On the shake. Cougar 19.
Well, everybody was up there ready at the line of scrimmage, CD, but no snap, and the delay of game ensued.
Yeah, and I'm sure their head coach is asking the exact same thing. What's going on out there? Almost like they thought they had more time than actually was on the clock.
18, Pioneer.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And the Patriots are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
A field goal helps, but a touchdown gets you the lead. That had to be the message transmitted in the huddle. And they delivered there as that throw is going to keep the drive alive. And even better than that, set them up with a 1st and goal.
Back to throw. Cunningham. Touchdown, Patriots. Evan Ingram, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Patriots are an extra point away now from moving out in front. Extra point by Elam, up and good. And they take the lead here at 7-6. Following the touchdown, here's Elam to kick it away. And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. As this offense comes back out here, Charles, they're trailing in this ball game. And they've been on the sideline for a while. They did score their last time out, but they just had to watch that long, sustained drive, so we'll see if they can shake the rust off.
Yeah, and that's always a question that you have when you have to come off the bench after having sat there for a long time. Are you ready to go? Are you loosened up? But even more so, are you mentally alert and ready to put your best product out there?
To throw is Fields. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over it that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down. Yeah, Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
Let's go. Ready.
Now Fields. And he fires one, but incomplete.
And that is how you respond after taking one on the chin to begin this game. Give up a first drive touchdown, go back out on defense, and completely shut them down to force a 3-and-out.
This offense converted once on fourth down earlier.
Here we go.
Now they're out there again to try once more. They're going to go. It's Fields. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Now inside the 25. Wow, first and goal, and defensively, all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well.
Big-time credit. What a play design there. They wanted to get him loose in the open field, and they succeeded. He had all sorts of room to operate in, and they finally track him down inside the 5-yard line.
Here we go.
So it's first and goal, and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break.
You got me, right?
Perry. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1.
Here we go. Tonight.
They keep it on the ground again. It's Perry. And this time he is in.
Yes.
A great effort there in the final seconds of the first half. And the Jets have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. So that really an almost perfect drive as they chew up some clock and wind up scoring late in this first half.
And remember, they've got a chance to double dip here because they're going to get the ball first to start the third quarter. So the potential could go up 2 scores before the other guys get a chance to do anything.
And he is into the end zone. So they get 2 more on the board here just before halftime. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And with 10 seconds left, not really enough time to put something together. Throwing to start the drive. Cunningham. And he will find his man Sutton. That's complete. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. Now with 5 seconds left, not really enough time to run another play and then stop it. So on comes the field goal unit. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2.
A 61-yard attempt.
And off the crossbar, no good. A sensational effort from that distance, but rejected by the bar. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. And the Jets set to receive this third quarter kickoff, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in the second half. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation and pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half. Simple drag route here, lined up out left and tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on him.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1?
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it's just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But it looks like they're ready to go.
Here's Fields. And he'll get this only to about the 38 as they stop him a few yards shy of the line to gain. It'll be a gain of 5, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Hey, let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him, because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. So not only do they convert on 4th, but they pick up 22 yards in the process.
Here we go.
So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 right at the 40.
West right fit.
Up the middle, McFadden. And some room to maneuver. And a very determined run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 27. Good effort. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Those are the type of runs that we did not see from him in the first half, but a good start to the 3rd quarter.
And I know what everyone's thinking that's watching this. They did a great job adjusting at the half. Oftentimes you don't make adjustments. You just dial into your game plan a little bit better, and maybe they're starting to make some headway.
Here's Fields. He finds his man, complete. That's Edwards. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a 3rd here, and it's good for a 1st.
What a drive this has been, just chewing up the yardage, and here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Fields. They'll roll him out right. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Well, no one likes to see that drop, but I'll guarantee it's not going to stop his quarterback from going back to him anytime he has open space.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Fields now to throw. And he comes back with one complete. It's going to be a nice pickup, but he also takes a pretty good lick at the end of that one.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air, and sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. On 3rd down, McFadden. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. Darren McFadden. with his second touchdown of the night. And the Jets take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. This time, the extra point up and good. And it's now 21-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
70, hop, 60, Bobcat, 60, here we go.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. Open man right side is Ingram. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. Give him 15 yards on that one, and New England has a first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
79 Broncos. Ready, ready?
Now Cunningham. And into a sea of defenders and intercepted. And the Jets are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line.
Well, this had trouble written all over from the start. He's got 2 extra defensive backs in the game he's got to deal with. They're in a dime set. So everywhere he's looking, he's seeing a different colored jersey. And sure enough, this one winds up being intercepted.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They'll start at the 40, so great starting field position following the interception.
Hey, Ken. Here we go. Hey, Ken. Tonight.
They start the drive with McFadden. And he will maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. And that's also all for this third quarter of play. We have played 3 quarters. You are watching Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. Second and 10.
Easy. Right.
They'll try to wind some clock with McFadden. And he's going to bull his way forward to the 48.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
New England on third down. 2 for 5 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 2. Now it's Fields. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
Oh, so frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or a takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12.
551. Hey, Ken.
A shotgun snap. Fields sliding out of the pocket. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Looking to throw. Fields. And this one is incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on third down.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on fourth. From the gun, here's Fields. He throws, and this is going to be incomplete. The Jets try it, but the fourth down play doesn't work. And this defense is going to get the football back near midfield, right at the 48. The Pats at the line, ready to go. So now, Charles, this drive, maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, an interception's result. So,
oh, what a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
This defense has certainly had an outstanding second half, haven't they? I know they just gave up a first down there, and for the offense, they're hoping that that's something that they can jumpstart with and maybe start to move the ball a little bit better. But it's been tough sledding for them here the entire second half.
To the right side and complete to Jefferson. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Got his man complete over the middle. That's Johnson.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a first and goal.
And that's going to be caught for a Patriot touchdown. C.J. Spiller, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Patriots have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. Well, he wasn't the guy they were initially going for, but after going through the progressions, it worked.
When you have plenty of people who can catch the football, you don't always have to go to your primary target, and sometimes that target is actually covered. Nice job coming off of that and getting it to someone who was open.
And a man out of the backfield gets in for the score. Following the touchdown, here's Elam to kick it away. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And a drive that stalled out last time. Went for it on fourth, didn't get it. How does that translate here? I would imagine momentum's with the defense.
Definitely with the defense, because anytime anyone goes for it on fourth down, that's telling you as a defense that you can't stop us. We don't think that you can. And when you actually do, that may put a little dent in the confidence of the offense the next time they hit the field.
Yeah, we'll see if they can bring that pride the offense this go-around. Back to throw, Fields. Short throw, that's caught by Davis. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up third down. Now, this is a big third down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Out of the gun, Fields. That is caught, and he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on third down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
That's right. Hey,
McFadden up the middle, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining.
I think as a running back in this spot, you have to understand there's not going to be a whole lot of room to run. And in this case, ball protection takes precedent over trying to make something happen.
That one looks like he'll throw here. He'll air this one out deep for Davis. This is caught inside the 15.
I just love how they're going about trying to finish off this game. This is not an offense that's going to go into its shell. They're going to keep exploiting weaknesses where they see them. And that's a huge pickup there with the game in the balance.
It's first and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. Going for the knockout punch. They'll try and run. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it. Nice job of polishing off that drive, but all the credit there goes to that play prior.
Yeah, it certainly does, because after that big play, I think resistance almost felt futile at that point, didn't it? And the very next play, they come right back, quick, fast, and in a hurry, and put it in the end zone.
Go.
They'll let McFadden try and run it in. And he will dive into the end zone, and the two-point conversion is successful. The Jets kick team out now to boot this one away. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. Here's first and 10.
Rattler, 18 Rattler. 60 Bison, 60 Bison.
Here's Cunningham. He's got it. It's Spiller. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. At this stage, this drive's got to be touchdown or bust because you need two of them.
And if I'm the offensive play caller, I'm not just looking at my dagger plays downfield. I'm looking at some of my specials, something that can fool them and give you a big play now.
With a sense of urgency.
No doubt.
And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. Jason Taylor in there to drop him as that clock continues to run. Here comes second down. Out of the gun here, it's Cunningham. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Jason Taylor able to drop him that time for his second sack of the evening. This definitely four-down territory at this point, but a critical third down here. So it's a victory here for the New York Jets. And we talk so much about the turnover battle, determining who wins, who loses. This game, no exception. Error-free football, no turnovers at all, and they win it.
So this is one you don't have to convince your team that what you're saying is accurate. And you know what I'm talking about. Head coach always stands up in front of the team and says, guys, if we do this, this, and this, we'll win. And usually they say if we win the turnover battle, we'll win. Well, here's the proof right there. Win the turnover battle, go on to victory. Now the guys believe. You move on to the next lesson where you have to convince them. This one is now planted.
So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Day,